7 suspects have been charged with the rape of 8 women on a music video set in Krugersdorp last month, with 7 more expected to be charged in court today. That's according to the NPA. One of the accused is said to be 15, a 15-year-old boy, another just 18 years old. The suspects were among the 81 people initially arrested for being in the country illegally. So let's get you more on the story. We're joined now by a community leader in West Village, Nicolene Trom, via our video link this morning. Nicolene, good morning and welcome. Almost 2 weeks to the day of that gruesome rape on the 28th of July. And then finally, those 7 people are linked to the gruesome rape. That was announced in court just yesterday. Has it taken too long in your view?
Positive and creation energies to you all. Thank you for having me. Remember, for us, it wasn't about the 8 women that were raped. However, that 8 women that were raped assisted us in the fight that we had been fighting for a very long time to have our place habitable and free from rapists. So, yes, it has been long overdue.
Yeah. So you're saying it's as gruesome as that incident in that mine dump in West Village was, it was a symptom of what had been happening in that community for a long time before that?
That could have been avoided had those in power listened to us when we wrote the emails, when we called them, asking for assistance, asking for help, that please do take note, do take into cognizance that there are terrorists within the country. As much as they do not have the political ideology to take over, however, they had taken over the economical factors in South Africa. They had taken over the social factors, the social spheres in South Africa. West Village was just part of the communities whereby they had made it their hub, and they kept it under siege, raping women, murdering. So yes, that incident could have been avoided. Hence, we then decided that it's best to totally go vocal about it, so that it should not happen to any other person, to any other community.
Well, with the focus now on West Village in the wake of that gang rape incident in that mine dump, and the focus on mining communities around that area as well, what have the past 2 weeks been like in your area?
Honestly, we had been able to have some sleep. We had been able to breathe. We are able to walk around the village without a fear of being raped or being mugged or anything else. However, we also do have that sense of a fear in as much as all these has happened and there's a lot of arrests that have been made. We also note that they are still amongst us, living like us. They had taken off their blankets and had blended in, because we do know that there's a lot of arrests that has been made, but there's yet more arrests yet still made.
Now, one of the things that you raised, you've been quite vocal in various media reports in the past 2 weeks, Nicolene, and one of the things that you and other community members have raised is a lack of police visibility, a lack of availability when police are called on in various situations in West Village. You know, once the media spotlight of this case dies down, what are the conversations that you and community leaders are having with police to ensure that we don't go back to what the community had been experiencing before this?
Michelle, remember, we had made a note that I don't think there's a community whereby we had seen police patrolling so much. However, they are not there for the people. So now the question is that after this has died down, are the police going to be there for the people? Are they going to serve the people as they had promised when they took the oath to be policemen? Are they going to make arrests? Are they going to be there for the community as a whole?
Right. And you know, how do you ensure that that does happen?
Well, we had made noise, and for us, we still are making noise that let us see police being arrested that have helped these criminals. Let us also see some arrest within the subs. Then we will know that we are free. Those police, we know that there are those policemen that are not corrupt. We are trusting on those police to do the right thing. And we had been pleading with the minister that let us clean first the elephant, let us get rid of the elephant which is in the house in order for West Village and the Krugersdorp subs to serve the people in the surroundings of Krugersdorp.
Nicolene, one of the other things that you also mentioned in an interview with Newzroom Afrika was several other shocking incidents of rape, some of them gang rapes that have taken place in West Village. Are those cases now opened with police? Are the survivors of those incidents now pursuing those charges?
I would say so, because remember, I said to you, we still see the others amongst us. The community knows them very well, and they are still amongst us. They are not yet arrested. However, people are afraid to point them out, but they do come out and say that I had seen so and so who has raped so and so. So it's a bit difficult to say that they will pursue with the charges, but I also know that there's those other ones that want to see justice.
Nicolene Trom, let me thank you for your time this morning with the West Village Community Policing Forum. Of course, as we continue to track the story around the suspects linked to that gruesome Krugersdorp gang rape. 7 have now been linked to that incident. That happened in court yesterday, among them a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old. We're told by the NPA that 7 more will be appearing in court related to rape and sexual assault today.